What up, what up, what up, internet? This is Niels RY. We are back to talk X-Men 97, and I am joined by
Shannon, aka Mark M.F. Jones, was right. Bishop and Polaris. He was right. Hard to say.
he did. He was at bat many times. You know what I'm saying? He was bound to get one of them right.
Yeah.
But anyways, y'all, we are here to talk about X-Men 97. We are back with another reaction. We are reacting to episode 7. What was it? Strange Savage Land, Strange Hearts, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we are jumping in. The premise of the episode, I'm sure if you've watched, if you're listening to this, you watched X-Men 97. It was all around um what's Buddy's name? Creed's brother's name. Or Night the Creed, the baby Creed. It's like Gideon or something like that. Anyways, he got captured, he's running for president, he got captured, and then he got captured by Exodus and acolytes and chaos ensues and it ends and it's dope. Anyways, so that's the premise of the episode. I think I should probably start by explaining a few characters and then Shannon, I'd love to hear your thoughts. But if you don't mind, I'm gonna nerd out a bit and talk
Do it.
some characters. So a few things. We were first introduced by to Ileana Rasputin, who is Colossus's little sister. I have only known her as Magic. I forget that her name is Ileana, but she is a member of the New Mutants. She has teleportation powers. She was stuck in some dimension for several years called Limbo, and that's where her sword takes her to. And she is by far one of the coolest mutants ever, in my opinion. She's just cool. She's really cool, and I hope we get to see more of her. So there's Magic, and then there's another one is Exodus. But before I go on Exodus, so Graydon Creed is in the comic books. He is Mystique's and Sabretooth's kid, and he does hate mutants because his parents are Mystique and Sabretooth who abandoned him. And when he found out who they were, he's like, oh, all these two just kill a bunch of humans all the time. I hate them even more.
Yeah.
And so he founded Friends of Humanity, which X-Men 97 showed as like the guy who executioner who got rid of Storm's powers in like the first season. They've been around. So this is the guy who actually started this group and he's running for president. And I'm pretty sure he ran for president in the comic books too. So that's Graydon Creed. And last but not least is Exodus. Exodus absolutely is in the comic book. He is one of the well-known villains of X-Men. Um, I think he's been like a follower of Apocalypse. He's been a Magneto acolyte. He's done a bunch of stuff. But the big thing to know about Exodus is this brother is ridiculously strong. He is an Omega level psychic mutant. The man can teleport. He has psychic powers. He has telepathy. The man is cold. He ain't no Gene. He ain't no Gene, but he's cold. He's cold. So that's a little bit around Exodus, brother. Any did you have any questions or anything about any of the mutants that you got a chance to see?
About any of I mean with uh and how do you pronounce that? Is it Eliana?
Yep.
Eliana?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But she
With
goes by Magic.
Okay,
You can just say
Eliana
Magic. Yeah.
or Magic. So I feel like I vaguely remember seeing like from time to time, and this might have been in some of the previous like the X-Men. Like I don't know if they showed her in season one, but I feel like I vaguely remember her, at least him being like, oh, I have a sister in like the X-Men like animated series growing up.
Yeah, I
Uh
think so too.
yeah. And so I mean, just one of the things that stood out was like sure she sacrificed herself like in fighting these sentinels, but I had to watch that scene a couple times because I was like, wait, wasn't that her who just teleported people somewhere and then she stood and took the blast? I was like, why didn't you just teleport somewhere? Like, but like that.
Yeah.
uh
That's why she ain't an X-Men.
yeah, that's right.
She
Didn't think
still
that
got
one
some
out.
training to do.
Yeah, didn't think that one out. But then yeah, mentioning Graydon Creed, just as we say characters, yeah, he had the one of the most I don't know if I want to say tragic, but definitely his parents are toxic. Like if there was if you see the definition of toxic relationship, you got to see Sabretooth and Mystique. Like that, they are horrible alone. I'm sure more horrible together. And then you see like at least how he turned out. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to think, were there any more? Because actually, a lot of the other sort of acolytes, I don't even know if their names came up. So yeah, so I didn't even get
I
their
couldn't
name.
tell you. I'm sure they're actual comic book mutants, but there's a lot of mutants. There's a lot of mutants. In fact, y'all should be impressed that I know these mutants. It's not like I be reading X-Men all the time. I read a little bit of X-Men, and I know like 50 mutants. I don't know all these. I don't know all these folks. I know like you. I know Glob. I know
Mm-hmm.
the homie Glob, and then everyone else is a bonus. So, all right,
Yeah.
well, brother, what'd you think about the episode? What were some of your takeaways?
So first, right off the bat, as I said in the intro, Mark was right.
Mark
We,
was right.
we kept being like, don't just assume because Bishop is there, he gonna get whatever young tenderoni walking around. Uh, and then I think Mark specifically said him and Polaris, like, whatever, Mark. Mark was right because yes, they didn't blatantly show it, but I was like, first, I was like, y'all laughing a little bit too much.
Y'all
There's
keep keying a lot in the back of this in this jet.
yeah, they talking about,
There's a lot of giggling happening back there.
yeah, it's like, oh, I read your file. Oh, I read yours too. So already y'all reading, thinking about each other. And then
Hmm.
a couple of times that were pretty blatant, like, oh, we fell out the plane. Oh, looks like I fell right on top of you.
Right
Perfect.
on top of you, face to face. What? Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, perfectly. Oh, and I didn't quickly get up. It was like, let me go ahead and stay here for a second, and let me get
I
up.
thought she was married.
Okay,
Clearly, not only did she leave X Factor, she left that man too.
yeah, but yeah. So those are some things that stick out. But like, definitely, there's a Polaris Bishop thing there. Um,
Bruh, I gotta stay on real
yeah.
quick. The like so yes, there obviously some going on, and yes, Mark, you were right. We will give you the props that you were right. I but also of the two people to be with each other and left alone to their own demise, like those two together having a mess around and chaos ensues, right? It's just like
Mhm.
those two little kids that you should not have around because they're gonna get into stuff.
Uh,
I'm pretty certain they didn't know anything that was happening on the island and all the stuff that Nightcrawler was going on. They're like, yeah, let's go to the tower that's taking our powers away and figure out a way to blow it up.
yeah.
How we gonna do it? Oh, look at these these pterodactyls. Let's just train them to fly. And we going and they didn't go into the tower, try to shut it down. They're like, no, let's blow it up. Let's just
Uh,
shoot at it and blow it up immediately. And as soon as they're done, and they find the other X-Men, like, oh, you guys look like there's a fight. Shoot,
yeah.
shooting immediately. We weren't even really sure if the fight was gonna go down. He kind of
Mhm.
just was like about to cut Creed or whatever. And he's like, nope, no, 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 nope. We're fighting. Everyone's fighting immediately. No talking, no nothing. That
Mhm.
was just hilarious, bro. That
Yeah.
was and if anything, these creators are consistent
Mhm.
because in every episode of Bishop since this series started, every time he starts shooting immediately. He don't ask questions, bruh. He starts
Uh,
shooting immediately. And I love the consistency. It's like they know what we're talking about. And they're like, yeah, yeah, let's make sure before this hits the tape, let's make sure Bishop is shooting immediately. And he's always justified. He's always justified when he shoots immediately. So
yeah. And like
man,
I laugh about that because like you said, he came in there. First of all, they had a ball. They were having fun blowing stuff up. And
they
like
sure were.
they were like, we don't truly know what's going on, but we know something's on fire and this is fun. And like I laughed because Bishop too was like coming through shooting up or whatever. And he's just figuring out stuff like mid trigger pull because partly during the fight, I don't know if you caught this, but there's like the scene where I think Colossus hits somebody or knocks somebody out, and Bishop really had this look like, "Who are you? You with us?" okay, I guess. So then,
I guess I shouldn't shoot you. He's trying to. He was registering in his head. Don't
yeah,
shoot that guy.
yeah,
He seems okay.
yeah.
Assess later. Shoot
Uh,
everyone else.
and then it's funny because then later, like they're working together and they have like this smile, and he's like, "Okay, you are on our team. Okay, that's cool to know." And just still shooting everything. But to me, that scene was just funny because you could really see it registering, like, you with us? Oh, okay, cool, cool. I won't shoot you. But yeah,
He's like, "Why you dressed like them?" Whatever. I'll ask questions later. Because
uh,
again, Bishop doesn't ask questions. He shoots
uh,
first.
hmm
And another subtle thing that's it's not big. Polaris has magnetism powers. That's always going to be useful, right? At
hmm
some point, I'm pretty sure Bishop threw her a gun
yeah,
and she started using the gun. And I was like, and that's when I was like, damn, Mark was right.
yep,
Mark was right. He
uh,
convinced the Lady of Magnetism that shooting was the way.
mhm.
Shooting was the way to solve problems. It was hilarious. Anyways, brother, what else you got on the show?
Uh, so the trial, the whole trial they did for Creed. So Creed made me think of, it's almost like when somebody's like, "Oh, I gotta go, I gotta go on trial to the judge," and they're like, "Hire a lawyer, a public defendant. Do not try to defend yourself or whatever." And they're like, "No, no, no. Like, I know some of the law, and just where you are not helping yourself at all." And even though he had
Stop talking.
yeah, even though he had Nightcrawler on his side, like really trying to get to the thing of like your soul is worth saving. And he's just like, why do you dislike mutants? Because y'all exist. Like, how much time you got? Like, I was like, bro, shut up. Like, do you not know?
You're on an
Like,
island of mutants. I
yeah,
hate all of you. You stink. You're dirty. I hate your guts. I hate how
uh,
you talk, how you look. Like, bro, you're in the whole island of us. Stop it.
yeah. And this trial, it's not like randomly. Oh, I mean, it's bad if you say some like uh some stuff about people because you're up for a traffic ticket. Like the whole thing is, do you hate mutants? And if you do, then it seems like you should die. And he's like, I hate all of you. I hate
Hate your guts.
um, this trial is about that, and you're steady saying you smell, you stink. But
That's hey, that's why Exodus was so pissed.
yeah.
It's like, yo, because Nightcrawler, this I think there's two things with this. One, Nightcrawler is a beast.
Mhm.
Nightcrawler is like I'll get back to Exodus later because we gotta talk about Exodus some more. But like Nightcrawler is him being one like he had his like religious collar on and so like him being a man of faith and like a devout man of faith and at the same time be like just so intellectually smart like this man, it's like I feel like all he does is read books. Like he is smart, not like science smart like Hank McCoy, but like anthropology smart, like sociology smart of like people and understanding humans and who we are and what we do. And then at the same time go one on one with an Omega level mutant using swords and winning.
Uh,
Like all that in one mutant, in one character is dope. And
mhm.
like like it, he almost convinces Colossus
Yeah.
to not go that direction. But Colossus is so upset about it. Sister, he's like, nah, bro, you weren't gonna win.
Yeah.
So that's one. And then the other side of it is Exodus. Exodus, what I think we were talking about this before. We were talking about this before the episode, Shannon.
Oh yeah.
Exodus, what, about 6 months ago, was on Genosha having a ball. The first time we see Exodus in X-Men 97, this man is, I think I said he was sea walking on
Yeah.
Genosha, having
Uh-huh.
a good old time, and Multiplier Man was behind him
Uh-huh.
doing the snap and roll. You know what I'm saying? Like they were having a ball. And next thing you know, he's on villain mode on
Mhm.
Savage Land. So I thought it was hilarious, bro.
Yeah, yeah. The other thing too, just mentioning Nightcrawler, and one, yes, completely agree about Exodus. dancing, like tearing it, messing up the dance floor, just having a good time.
Oh, and what I was gonna say was, all he had to do was wait 5 seconds, and he would have won the trial. But
Hmm.
no, he saw that doubt in Colossus's eyes, and that was enough for Nightcrawler shook him. He was like, "Man, that was a good." Exodus believed Nightcrawler. He was like, "Damn, that was good." You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So that's all. That's all I want to say. He knew Nightcrawler killed it and was just gave up and was like, "I'm gonna do this myself." So,
Yeah. But and speaking of Nightcrawler speaking, he had bars throughout this entire because there's like three quotes that really stuck out to me. So basically to even kick the trial off, he was saying, "Hey, like I have faith my brother's soul is worth redeeming, but does our dear Templar have faith he can prove otherwise?" And like just even something like that is like, okay, like I believe this. Does the other guy believe enough that he can beat this? And so that mid
bars.
mid fight with Exodus, he's like, I pray you wield your sword better than your tongue. Like, so
Like
he's
I whooped you.
it's like he's talking junk to you about how you can't even talk junk. Like,
Bro, you know I whooped you back there, right? You know I
yeah,
won that trial, right? All right, come
yeah.
on, let's fight.
But that and then to me the last one that really that really stood out like with Creed, and he's like, you may not be a mutant, but you are very much your parents' son. And that's just just that thing of yeah, you might not be a mutant. Like even if you believe mutants are these horrible people and this and that, you might not even be that, but you're definitely their son. Like the horrible thing they would make, you are that. So that's
Is that might have been one of the worst insults
yeah.
I've heard in this series.
Hmm.
That was cold. Like that was cold, Shannon. He
Yeah.
said you legit are a mixture of Sabretooth and Mystique. Like
Hmm.
you are like them. Like golly, bruh. And he is. He
Yeah.
is. Mm.
Yeah. He is. So but yeah, I mean overall, the episode was fine. To me, it was still one of those like because I feel like the main story of season two is Apocalypse, and it does feel like it's like, dang, we've had a bunch of episodes that are, of course, they're doing some stuff towards it, but it's still like all these sort of side things, and like we were joking, like they're DLC or side quests or things, but they still sort of relate a little. So I'm like, okay, so it was a solid episode. I knew I wouldn't the Savage Land stuff because I remember talking about X-Men the animated series. Savage Land was always just a weird thing. So like I knew this wasn't my favorites. Like I don't necessarily dislike it. Like it was dope for what it was, the whole trial, all of that. And it really gave that emotional piece too. But yeah, there's that. And of course, I have questions about it wasn't even necessarily a post-credit scene, but the end with Apocalypse. But I'll ask that in just a moment if you got anything.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering, after watching this episode, I'm very convinced that like Gambit is a horseman. I'm pretty sure Polaris is going to be a horseman. And
Mhm.
I'm convinced that either Colossus or his sister is going to be a horseman. I don't know if he can bring multiple people back from death. Like I think there's only one spot for someone being resurrected in
Mhm.
Apocalypse's Horseman, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Polaris and Colossus are gonna be uh horsemen now because it's just aligning too well. You know what I'm saying? We're doing these deep dives of characters, they're all coming back to the X Mansion.
yeah,
Like, unless they're just trying to bring the old band back, I'm convinced that they're gonna be horsemen. So we'll see what these next two episodes are gonna be. But yeah, that's all I was gonna say.
yeah. And yeah, I did want to throw out as we mentioned Apocalypse and the Horseman. I'm a little like, okay, so what was going on at the end? Because I'm like, Apocalypse was dead there, and so are they like, oh, is this a different timeline? Is this a trick? Like Apocalypse was dead, and I don't believe one of his horsemen would have killed him. So I was just really confused with that. Um, and I still don't quite. Yeah, you have any?
Yeah, I think Apocalypse needs to like recharge or he needs to like switch bodies. That's
Mm,
like a thing.
yeah.
Like I even in the first episode of this season, they were saying something like Apocalypse, it's like the recharging that he does is really painful for him, so he wants to inhabit Cable's body as a kid. So like, and they found the perfect mutant host for him that he could like be in that body and stay in that body for a while. So I'm pretty sure we just saw an old husk of Apocalypse, and he's just in some mutant's body and just took it over, and now he's Apocalypse again. I'm pretty sure because I don't think we've ever seen that in the series, but it is a thing of Apocalypse in the comic books. That's my guess, brother. But I have no idea. Because when I saw that, I was like, oh, Apocalypse is dead. What else am I supposed to take away from this? I
Yeah.
see a dead Apocalypse course. He looks dead to me. I
Mm,
guess someone killed him. I don't know what else we're supposed to think besides that from seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And then of course like the playing card they had. I mean, that's just like okay,
It's Gambit.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's Gambit.
more like Gambit. Yeah, yeah. And
Absolutely. So Gambit's clearly involved in whatever is going on, but that
mhm.
is Gambit. Without question, that's Gambit. Yeah.
uh think there's any chance like now that you say that because I know they're doing some different type stuff. Think there's any chance that he would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take Gambit's body like for myself," or since that was the old husk? Because I,
That would be wild.
yeah,
I hope not. I
yeah,
hope not. Because that means Gambit's gone forever.
yeah, yeah,
Like he's gone so. Like he is gonna be gone forever. And I'd like for Gambit to come back. So I'm saying no, just off of pure selfishness of not wanting that to be the case. And I think it just makes for sense for him to be a horseman, because you know Apocalypse always got horsemen.
yeah,
So that's my guess.
yeah. Okay, same. Because yeah, I was like, that would be wild to take his and yeah, because of course we're all holding out for the hope is something's gonna happen. Gambit comes back to realizing who he is, and him and Rogue get to be in love for a bit or what, you know. So yeah, that's the hope.
We shall see. We shall see. Well, all right, y'all. That was another reaction to X-Men 97. We got 2 episodes left. Man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I don't know about you, Shannon, but I have no idea what these next 2 episodes are gonna be. But
Same,
I bet you it's gonna be fire.
same.
I bet you it's gonna be fire.
And this is just assuming if they go by how many episodes do or not many episodes but how many series do that sort of that penultimate episode that like right before the last one tends to be like the most gut-wrenching action packed all the so and if that's the case then the next episode we see is about to be on 10. All right.
And they already greenlit season 4.
Mm-hmm.
So what they got confidence. Like the way however they end this, they confidently know that they have 2 more seasons to tell the story. So
Mm-hmm.
we shall see. Well, thank you, Shannon, and thank you, Pop Cult. Thank you for listening. We have a new episode of this series, at least for the next 2 weeks. You can find us on all social media at Pop Cult Crew, POPCULTCREW. Email us at the podcast at gmail.com. Become a member of the Pop Cult at our Patreon at patreon.com/Pop Cult Crew, where you can see all of our full video episodes. Don't forget to rate us, review, and subscribe. And as always, join the cult. Peace.
Yeah.
Pop Code Crew.